So what's important is, does it feel like a good fit already? If that's true, again, I've said it before, we can usually make the money work as long as nobody's crazy on either side.
Yeah.
So
Do you have that second meeting or third meeting in person, or do you?
it's always wonderful. If you can do it, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Even on the first day, you can have a first day. It's nice to have a first call, then a first meeting,
Yeah.
and then see where it goes.
Yeah.
And if you're developing trust, so where I was going with the trust thing is, it's got to be trust both sides.
Yeah.
Where deals go to die also is when the buyer's being too picky
Yeah.
and they're pissing off the seller because, like, why do you want to know what toenail polish I use? Why do you even care if I use toenail polish? Aren't we talking about this over here?
It's not
So we go,
relevant.
well, you go down all these rabbit holes for no real reason, just to like win or
Yeah.
impose your will, which is a buyer we don't like working for. Imposing your will is not how you do deals, right?
Yeah.
Being flexible and pliable and being silly putty is how to get deals done.
Yeah.
And then the sell side's the same way, in that, like, they've got to trust you too. So
Yeah.
you have to be trustworthy to be a buyer. And are you trustworthy? It's part of our no jerks policy test.
Yeah.
So the trustworthiness is really huge because deals die over that all the time. We've got a great track record on deals not dying for the last 12 months, 16 months. Boy, it's not that more than not are dying, but there's definitely more dying than we're used to.
Hmm.
And it's the trust dies all of a sudden. It lasts too long. Time kills deals. It's a phrase I did not invent, but it's the truth. And why? Because stuff goes to fester. And I got this thing in the back of my head I woke up with yesterday. You haven't answered my question the way I want you to, and you don't know that you didn't answer it right. So there's nobody like me to maybe go in between you, and you're talking to each other. And wow, the trust goes down the tubes.
Yeah.
And that one that died, my buyer loves me. It was like, I'm so sorry, Merv, we got to do this. But they didn't trust the seller anymore to do the right thing and get to the next step without costing lots more money, lots more angst. And they were being really petulant.
Mm.
And the petulant was deal killer. They were acting like a little schoolgirl. It was terrible. And I actually called him on this. It's like, so I'm a little salty over those what is it? I'm a little salty over those contemptuous words you use there, Murph. It's like, oh, we've been working on this for a year and a half, and you just effed it all up, buddy pal.
Oh man,
because you're being a petulant little twit. But anyway, so
so
well, that matters though. That really matters. I mean, it sounds trite, but I tell those stories because it's the silly stuff like that that actually festers and kills a deal. So that trust building that you do in the dating process and throughout the entire project process, when we project manage a project, we're trying to reinforce, keep the trust going, keep the trust going. If there's an issue, let's work through it.
yes.
Get on the phone together. You meet face to face together. You don't just email each other back and forth,
Yes. I tell the guys the same thing. Like, it's all your interaction from day one, from the first conversation, is either adding to trust or reducing from trust.